And hello to everyone in the chat. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Did I already sell my inventory or did I not? I did not. Okay, let's start with that. Let's go back. Although technically I think we can actually get another bone key from Bulgrim. And thank you, Sen, for asking. I'm doing okay. Much better than last week, definitely. Yeah.
I have to go alone.
What a great start to this new year, man. Oh, why can I use my horse? Seriously? Oh, now. Very nice. Okay, cool.
I have new items. If you have the good, a bargain.
This. The only thing we're going to keep here are Echidna's Fangs and Sunder. Everything else can go. And Mortis. Oops. Nope, we're not selling the maker stuff. Let's not do that.
A bargain.
And where's our Book of the Dead? There we go.
I
Perfect.
suppose it'll do.
Let's get going. Did I already pick up the item behind him? Yes. Cool.
Place for a horse.
Alright, so we're going to start our backtracking by actually going to the Death Tomb for Lost Light. Probably the lamest of all the Death Tombs, but aside from that, let's get it done. And after that we will unfortunately have to leave Lost Light and we will have to come back here once or twice. But unfortunately that's all we get for the Angelic Realms. Now Blackstone is even shorter, but I'm not even sure if we'll get to that because we have a bunch of side questing left to do, which we completely ignored until now, so gonna be spending a lot of times in the Forge Lands today. Alright, let's destroy everything because we hate ancient pottery. Alright, there we go, extra items. Boom. The Hoardseeker Talisman. The demon merchant Volgrim discovered Hoardseeker within a long-forgotten tomb in the Dead Plains. The talisman he found had an inexplicable link with all of creation, able to unerringly draw uncommonly valuable treasures to its owner. Whenever the bearer of the talisman slays an enemy, there is a small chance that a powerful item will appear. So this one is mostly useful if you have if you equip it in battle, and you might get good items dropping from the enemies. Personally, there is no way I'm going to sacrifice my crit chance that I get from my talismans just for this thing, so we're not gonna do that. Dead Plains means Kingdom of the Dead, so bunch of tombs there. No surprise he found something useful. I'm just surprised he made it out alive. Ooh, I'm gonna equip those.
I cannot. Impossible.
Oh, really? Wow. Thought we lost some lives, but apparently not. Let's see. Oh, that looks...
I cannot.
It's got strength, but it does not have critical damage, so it's pretty much useless to me, unfortunately. And this has lower critical damage than what I already have, so yeah. Oh, there's a talisman there. I didn't see that. Mostly useless, but yeah. Like I said, probably the most useless Death Tomb of them all. No. Let's get back to... I think it's actually easier if we go to the Kingdom of the Dead first, because Nathaniel asked us to go to the Dead Court and ask them if his friend passed through there. And that's gonna send us back to Nathaniel, and that's gonna then send us back to...
I have the angel key.
Then your task nears its end.
Yeah, whatever.
I can open the way, Death. But you must find the other key.
The demon key.
Yes. Tread lightly. There is not that way but shadow.
And hello and welcome to the chat, Hydra. So yeah, we're gonna go there first because it's gonna send us back to Nathaniel, and then Nathaniel is gonna send us to the Forgelands anyway. We are also going to get a side quest from the Chancellor, which I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna start tackling it today. The Arbiter's Mace. It's such a pain in the ass. I really don't want to have to deal with that today. I really don't. Well, okay. Let's get started. What do we still have to do? We still have to pick up a bunch of stuff over here, including some collectibles. So we're actually just gonna go normally. I will say this, if and when we do the Arbiter's Mace, we are not going to pick up all the extra stuff in there. We are just going to do the bare minimum that we need in order to get through it, because the Arbiter's Maze is just a painfully boring and absolutely soul-crushing experience. I don't like that place at all, and if it were me, I'd just delete this entire thing from the game, but we're not going to do that. We're still going to go through the maze eventually, because it's part of the side quests, but yeah, not looking forward to it. Alright, now the question is, did I already pick up the relic on the left here? I'm not entirely sure. I did, awesome. Then we just need to get underneath this bridge. What we are going to do today is we're going to fight Argul, so that when we actually get to the Forgelands we can also hand in all of Fane's quests. But we are going to start...
I have to go alone.
Down here. I'm gonna get underneath this bridge. Now, I will say this, the only secret level we're going to do in the Arbiter's Maze, now that I think about it, is we're going to do the one for level 5, because that has a legendary weapon in it. Which, for better or for worse, has some lore bits, but that's the only one we're going to do. Again, still probably not today, and what the fuck am I doing? Why am I already jumping over here? Okay, let's do this properly, again. Hello? There we go. There we go, much better. Now the only reason I'm going over here is because there's a stone bite over there, and I do want to finish the Sticks and Stones quest. There's also some chests here, and I am gonna pick them up since we're here anyway, but mostly I'm in it for the stone bite. Oh, that sounds like something I might want to equip. What do we have? We have critical and strength. Plus 16, plus 27. Oh yeah, we're definitely equipping that. Nice. And there we go. There's our stone bite. Hello. Oh my god, this stupid targeting system.
Impossible.
Oh, did I just kick that item into oblivion? Like, what the fuck? And yes, Hydra, those scythes do a lot of damage, mostly because they are custom scythes that I built for myself. So they have extremely high critical damage and critical chance. So they do a ton of damage. We're going to be wearing these scythes until we hit level 22. And then we're going to make ourselves one last set of possessed scythes, which we're going to take into the Crucible at level 25. Alright, so we got everything we needed from down there. Now it's time to fight Argul. Argul, if you guys remember, is the predecessor of the Lord of the Dead. So Argul was Lord of the Dead a long time ago, and then the Chancellor helped the Lord of Bones overthrow him. So now Argul is entombed down here. We've already been to this place once when we went to the Death Tomb at the very bottom of this place, and this time we're going to explore the upper two levels. As for a question from the chat from Hydra, the difficulty doesn't really matter all that much with the scythes if you build them correctly. If you do want some tips on how to do that, I made 2 videos about it. I can link them to you later. But yeah, it really helps. All you need to build good possessed scythes is the Demon Heart Talisman from the Death Tomb that's actually at the bottom of this place. And then you can just make yourself really nice possessed weapons pretty much any time you want. Alright, gonna have to pick up this key. And I think there's a Boatman coin here. Yes, awesome. And I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody's questions in the chat today, guys, but the chat is going by really quickly. So if you have a question for me and I don't answer the first time, just please ask it again, because I might have missed it. Anyway, also in this Death Tomb is one of the Bloodless that we have to defeat for Draven's quest, so that's also going to be helpful. And we're also basically going to do all the Bloodlust today, and in doing so we'll also finally be able to get the Shadow of Death scythe, so I can actually show you the full set, because I remember we couldn't do that when I first picked up the armors. Alright, Soul Arbiter Scroll, thank you very much. And another relic for Ostagoth. Perfect. Oh wow, that must have been the lamest chest ever. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Here's one of the bloodless. So let's equip this stupid talisman that we need to equip in order to actually see them. Oh, shit, that was the wrong skill. La 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 la. If you are fighting the bloodless with a necromancer build, make sure you don't just sit back and let your ghouls do the job. Make sure that you yourself also attack them, because if you don't, if your ghouls get in the last hit and not you, the bloodless might not count for this quest, and there is no way to start this quest over. So just so you guys are aware, if you are going to play this quest, be very careful if you are a necromancer. Oh, come on. There we go. I was like, I know there's something in one of those. And yes, for the question from the chat, yes, the Darksiders franchise turned 11 years old earlier in January. I think it was the 5th or the 6th. 5th or 6th of January, 11 years ago. That's when the first Darksiders came out, so it's been a while. Alright. Oh, whoops. Disappearing elevator. Neat. Getting all the nice glitches. Alright, now I know there is a Soul Arbiter scroll somewhere in here. I think it's in this corner, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, awesome. Okay, let's ruin Argul's day. Argul, by the way, you want at least one item with resistance when you fight him, or otherwise he has an attack that can one-hit kill you, so be careful. Come on, dude, try to hit me again. Thank you very much. The problem with Argul, or my main problem with Argul, is that he likes to block a lot. So you pretty much have to wait for him to attack you. Otherwise, it's just, he will just block everything. Okay. Gonna turn into a tornado again? Okay, cool, let's do that. So, we know that Argul was deposed because supposedly he was mad. He's also called the Mad King. Question is, we never find out what exactly he did. We've got a lot of people telling us that he was too mad to be kept on the throne, but nobody actually explaining why or what he did. So, I would really like to know. Come on. Ouch. There we go. That's what I wanted. Thank you very much, Argul. And there we go. Scepter of the Deposed King. Argul the Deposed King forged this mace to wield in battle against his most hated foes. The scepter holds within it the essence of Argul's cold fury and freezes the blood of its victims with every strike. We are, of course, not gonna keep this thing, we're just gonna sell it eventually. But hey, nice to have. Ooh. We are gonna keep these. They're good.
I cannot.
I will also say this about Agul: do not try to fight him before you're level 17. It's not a fun experience. I don't even know what level we are right now. 20. Well, 20 is okay. Alright. Off we go, on to the next area. I think we have to do some stuff in the maw, because I think there's some skill point chests there, and I do want the skill points. So, let's get back out of here. Now the one place I'm not going to visit that I normally would is the Psychomeron. There's still 2 chests in there that we haven't opened, but they are just loot chests. Like, literally nothing but loot, and we don't need any more loot, so we're not gonna bother going there and then just teleporting back, and it's just a whole roundabout way that we're not gonna take, so we're just gonna ignore those 2 chests. Arcane critical chance. Not exactly something we need. Oh, wait, whoops. We split on the wrong plate. There we go.
Impossible. Alright, and down we go. That's just a normal loot chest, so I'm not gonna bother with that either. But this way we're gonna have, I think, 1 loot chest and 1 skill point chest, so let's get that. Alright, so, okay, these are the normal chests, and the one over there, that's the skill chest, okay. I cannot. Impossible.
Alright, let's go. Hello? Alright, there we go. Skill point. Yay! And let's try not to impale ourselves on the way down, because those look very uncomfortable to jump onto. And yeah, I'm not gonna go a roundabout way. If you wanted the loot chest, you would have to go through there and then split your soul on the pressure plates, but I don't care about that loot chest, so we're just gonna leave it at this and just move on. I'm actually gonna have to check what else we need to do when we get out of here. What other places in the Kingdom of the Dead still have collectibles that we actually need for side quests. Alright, let's see. Let's go to our beautiful map. Okay, so we're not doing the Psychomiron, because that's useless. We gotta go over here to get one of the Bloodless, and I think there's also some collectibles. And then we're gonna do Sentinel's Maze. And after that we can go to the Dead King, to the Chancellor, and hand in, or advance Nathaniel's quest. Better. Okay. But first, time to kill another Bloodless. Alright, now we're gonna kill these guys first. Just so they don't get in my way. Okay, and let's go for the Bloodless Talisman. There we go. Boom. Question from the chat, what's the plan after the lore stream? You are aware I still have to do Darksiders 1 for the lore stream. Like, we only did the prologue for Darksiders 1, so there is still a whole lot of Darksiders to go before this lore stream is over. After the lore stream, I honestly have no idea. We'll see. Oh my god, where do all of you guys come from? I thought I already killed everything. Jesus. Okay. So, let's split. And we need a charged portal. And there we go. And as for the question from the chat, yes, I already streamed Darksiders 3. Because chronologically Darksiders 3 events take place before the Darksiders 2 events, so I did them first. There we go. Now we got everything from over here. And we can go to Sentinel's Gaze. Sentinel's Gaze is, in my opinion, one of the most infuriating dungeons in the entire game. Not because it is difficult to beat or anything, but first of all, we don't really find out what's up with the place. Like, we never find out why it's actually there, why it's got so many layers, why there's a Bloodless down there. We just have zero information about the place. It's just like another dungeon in the Kingdom of the Dead, where we already have plenty of dungeons. And secondly, the entrance to that maze it's right in plain sight, but it's situated in a way that you would not imagine actually going down there. And I'm gonna show you guys why. The first time I played this game, I completely did not know about this maze, and I just did not even go there. Which is sad, because there's a bunch of stuff to get in that maze, including the Shadow of Death scythes. So, very much not happy about that. Oh, is there actually something? Yes, there's a chest. Okay.
I cannot.
Alright, let's go. So first of all, just like your normal average dungeon, nothing weird happening here. Did I already put my... No, I did not put my talisman back on. There we go. Much better. Boatman coin somewhere over here. In one of these. There it is. Okay, secondly, we go up here. Alright, let's split as close to this as we can. Well, one of you guys can stand over here, and the other one gets to go and pick up all the stuff. So, we've got a relic over here. And we're actually going to need 2 bombs. One for down here. Now, I will say this. If you have already opened all the death tombs and you have not yet made a good possessed scythe for yourself, leave those weapon racks alone because you will need them. If you have already made yourself a good possessed scythe, then just feel free to loot this place. The reason you want to leave the weapon racks alone if you don't have a good possessed scythe yet, is that the weapon racks with Demon Heart Talisman will usually get you at least 1 possessed scythe. So you really want to leave those intact when you see them. Unless you are very, very sure of what you're doing. Okay, we split again. Alright, another game of catch the bomb. Hopefully this works and I don't just throw it at my stone form. Yes, awesome. No! Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid I was gonna get stuck. Alright, let's not forget this stupid stone over here. There we go. Now, you might think that this is where this dungeon ends. I know I did, because normally the game discourages you from jumping into bottomless pits. In this case, jumping down the bottomless pit actually gets you into a bonus dungeon. I don't know which level designer came up with this, but seriously, what the fuck? Now this place is Bone Ribbon. Pretty straightforward, but occasionally very annoying. And this is where we will find the last Bloodless and the Shadow of Death scythe. Okay, let's go. Now the other thing about Bone Ribbon is that there's just, as you can see, there's these bunch of alcoves, and we have those everywhere. There's also going to be a whole lot of scarabs down here, and scarab mounts, which will continually spit out more scarabs until you destroy them. So you really gotta prioritize your enemies here in the later stages of this place. Grab a bomb. Number 1. Number 2.
Impossible.
And I'm gonna have to double check all of these alcoves to make sure that I don't forget anything, because sometimes those do actually have collectibles in them, so... And I don't remember which ones of them do, so we're gonna have to double check them. And it's gonna make this dungeon take just a little bit longer than it normally would. Now, it doesn't really matter whether you take the upper way or the lower way. they both essentially lead to the same place. I'm just gonna double check to make sure that I don't forget any collectibles anywhere. Oh, there's a chest. That's exactly why I went back downstairs. I'm also gonna have to apologize for the quality of this stream. If the quality of this stream just suddenly dips for some reason, it's because my ISP has been on the fritz since Friday, so not entirely sure how that's gonna work out. But just so you guys are aware, possible that the quality of this stream just goes into the basement at some point. There we go. Oh, seriously? How many more of you guys do I have to kill? There we go. Much better. There we go. That's where I wanted to go. One map. Here we go. Oh, hi, Stalker. There we go. Oh my god, yeah. Sometimes these guys just turn invincible for like a couple seconds. Ah, hello. I will say this, I do hope that if the stream goes in quality, at least it's only a quality drop and not a complete crash, because every time the stream crashes, I'm gonna have to spend an entire day cutting and pasting it and editing it back together again in various video editing softwares. So that's just gonna take so much longer to upload, and it's just gonna be so much more of a hassle to deal with. Alright, now we're going to ignore all of these scarabs, because if I'm not entirely mistaken, there is a scarab mount at the end of these corridors. So there's no point in fighting these guys until you take out the scarab mount, because they're just gonna come on respawning and respawning and respawning. So let's just get to the end and take out the scarab mounts. There they are. Number 1 and number 2. Okay, now we can murder everything. And sometimes they do get stuck in the wall, in which case pretty much the only thing that can hit them is your scythe.
Impossible.
As for question from the chat, which video editing software do I use? I don't have a dedicated, like, pro video editing software. Usually when I try to put these videos on YouTube, I run them through Xmedia Recode, which allows me to basically filter the videos and cut them to size. So I cut off like bits and pieces at the end that nobody needs for the stream, and then it allows me to convert them into a reasonable size for upload. The one thing it cannot do is actually combine two videos, so for that I just have to go back to the normal built into Windows video editor, which is a piece of shit and literally takes somewhere around 6 hours to render a single one of these videos. So that's why. So basically, if I have a done in one stream, I only need to run it for Xmedia Recode. If I have the stream in several bits because it crashed, then I have to run it for Xmedia Recode to cut through the movie editor to paste those parts together, and then once again for Xmedia Recode because file size and file type is just complete shite when you put it through the Windows editor. So yeah, fun times. I really do hope this stream does not crash today because that's just so much more work for me. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore all of these guys because I don't care. I'm gonna let all you scarabs live. I'm gonna be very generous today. And there we go, more scarab mounts. Alright, so we're gonna take out these scarab mounts first because these are going to be a massive pain in the ass. And then we can focus on the big scarab. Alright, so at least now it won't spawn any more of the small ones, which is good. Alright, there we go. That should be everything for this area. Hopefully. Let's see if they dropped anything nice, but it doesn't look like it. But we should be getting close to the end of this dungeon, I think. Okay, perfect. Let's go. Oh, we got a bunch of skill points. Okay. Let's try to get all of the Harbinger skills. And here we go, the Keen Talisman. Sharpens blades beyond a razor's edge, enhancing the lethality of any scythes wielded by its owner. So literally only applies to scythes and is completely useless. The only reason we're not going to sell it is because it's legendary. Oh, Soul Arbiter Scroll, I'm going to take that. Okay, and guess we should put on the Bloodless
I cannot.
talisman again, because we're about to fight the last of the Kingdom of the Dead Bloodless. So, there we go. I do like these torches. Alright, let's go. Nowhere near the first scarab I killed today. Ta-da! Okay, so we still have to kill 3 Bloodless in the Forgelands, but at least we're done with the Kingdom of the Dead ones. And here we go with Shadow of Death Scythes. Forged in the darkest vaults of hell by demon mastersmiths, the Shadow of Death's double scythes sap the arcane energy from those its jagged edges touch, piercing them with the icy chill of the grave. These are, if you are a necromancer, these are the best scythes you can find in the open world until you get the crow scythes, because these actually have rough steel. These are amazing. So now that we have the full set, I'm just going to put these on just once to show you guys what the entire Shadow of Death set looks like. This one. Alright, so that's the full set. Now we have already out-leveled this and we are not even a necromancer, so we're just gonna go back to our normal stuff. If I can remember which items I actually had to equip. Oh my god. This one. Wait, we literally have the same thing twice, except once with higher defense? Wow. Amazing. Okay, we don't need to switch anything there, and we want our possessed scythes. Awesome. Okay. So, let's see, what else do we have to do here in the Kingdom of the Dead? There are some collectibles in here, so we're gonna get that, and then we're going to talk to the Chancellor. Read question from the chat. Which talisman? Check the talisman. Which ones? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. I did actually forget to equip my old one. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Got a bunch of items over here that need collecting, so let's go.
I will take your head.
And these guys can be really annoying. They can actually prevent you from teleporting if you don't kill them now. So just to make sure that we will actually be able to fast travel to the Eternal Throne, I'm just gonna get rid of these guys right now.
Together.
There we go. Alright. So you can already hear it, there's a stone nearby. So let's get that. And there will also be a skill point chest and a boatman coin. So, a bunch of things to get here. Alright. There we go. Alright. So now we should be able to fast travel. Hopefully. Let me put that skill point. And because Zen asked for it. Okay. Eternal Throne. Here we go. Let's advance Nathaniel's quest. Oh, and I think we can actually sell a bunch of stuff to Ostagoth as well, so...
Please, take a look.
Let's just get to that before we do anything else. I mean, it's not like we're not already swimming in money, but might as well clear out the inventory while we're here.
A fair price.
Okay, and I do want to sell some of those relics to him. So let's go. There we go, thank you very much. We are now officially a millionaire.
Death. It's always such a pleasure.
Let's get this over with before I do something we both regret.
The soul you seek never passed through this court.
You're certain?
Oh, yes. I would have relished receiving a soul of this magnitude in our kingdom.
I don't recognize the name on the scroll.
It is one more ancient than the Nephilim, belonging to a person you are quite familiar with. But alas, he now bears another name.
Enlighten me.
Where's the pleasure in that?
I don't have time for this.
It is a pity you are so ill-tempered. There is much we could do for one another. And the reward will be considerable. You need only investigate rumors that spread even now through the plains of the dead. Of a labyrinth most ancient, stealing unwary souls from our dread lord.
You mean the Arbiter's Maze? This is not just about mazes.
The Soul Arbiter is an enemy of the throne, long thought vanquished. Before he disappeared, he took something the king is eager to possess. No doubt this maze guards it. Find the Soul Arbiter and return his prize.
You shouldn't listen to gossip.
Find the Arbiter's maze, return to me, and I won't have to.
Yeah, not tonight. Okay, so we now have to go back to Nathaniel and let him know that his friend is not actually dead. Good news. Unfortunately, that's where the good news ends for this quest. And yes, the Chancellor wants us to go to the Arbiter's Maze, which is stealing souls from the Kingdom of the Dead. We are not going to go there today because I don't hate myself. As for the question that just came up in the chat about whether what about the Well of Souls, because in the games Dev says he did not know about it, but in the novels and the comics he did. The comics and the novel are complementary materials, but they are not actually 100% canon unless they are confirmed in the game. So if you see something in the comics or in the novel that does not make sense compared with the game, then that's just a case of the novel and the comic not being canon. Now keep in mind that this only affects certain parts of the comic or the novel. Just like things can be confirmed not canon, they can also be confirmed canon by the game. So for example, the existence of the abominations, the grand abominations from the Abomination Vault, that is canon because we can pick one of them up in Darksiders 2. They do actually exist, so the existence of those is confirmed in the game. But in the novel, for example, it states that all of the events of Eden took place before humanity existed, which is confirmed not canon by Darksiders Genesis. So you really gotta analyze it on a piece-by-piece basis. In Darksiders 2, Dev makes it very clear that he does not know about the Well of Souls. So if you see anything in the comics or the novel about Dev knowing about the Well of Souls, that's not canon. The interesting thing here is that according to the games, War knows about the Well of Souls. And I talked about this before when we first found out about the Well of Souls, but that kind of begs the question of why does he know and why does Dev not? And we do know that the council has the ability to take knowledge from people. We do know that it is possible to erase certain memories from people. So, because they did it to Lilith after she had created the Nephilim and after Eden. But the question is, did they potentially take the knowledge of the Well of the Souls away from Dev because he was the one in charge of the Nephilim souls and in charge of destroying them? Because that would make sense. I would not leave knowledge of how to restore thousands of souls in the hands of a person whom I want to destroy those thousands of souls. So that might be why Dev doesn't know and War does, because War was not the one in charge of the Nephilim souls. But, well, that's one of those things that you just have to kind of extrapolate from the lore. It's never fully explained in game. Anyway, let's give Nathaniel the good news.
Your friend has not passed to the land of the dead.
But if he yet lives... No. I dare not inform my fellow angels until I have the full truth. Among the makers of the Forge Lands is a blind seer of great power. Go to her death. She will know what has become of the one who was dead, yet lives.
Alright. Well, this is nice because we were going to go to the Kingdom of the Dead anyway, to the Forge Lands anyway, now that we're done with all the Kingdom of the Dead stuff. Except for the Arbiter's Mace. Ugh. So let's go to the Forge Lands. Let's talk to Muriel. And I think I'm gonna have to see if she already gave us the side quest for the Mad Construct. If she did, then we're just gonna do that before we go to her so we can hand in everything in one go. And yes, the lore and the timeline of the games can be contradictory in places. Strife fucking gun being in the hands of Death, while at the same time War is dead, is just such a clusterfuck in terms of continuity. It's a massive pain in the ass. All you can do is try to make the most sense of it to the best of your ability, to be honest. Okay, so we need to find and kill Bayfir, we need to find and kill Gorwood. And yes, we have the Mad Construct quest. Okay, so let's see. Let's see all the beautiful things that we can do. We did already finish the quest for we did already finish the quest for the Shattered Forge, and we did finish the what's it called? The Chronicle. So let's start by cleaning up some stuff in the fort, because that's also where we find one of the Bloodless, and then we will move on to the eastern part of the map. As for question from the chat, what I meant about Strife's guns. According to the devs, Darksiders 2 takes place after Darksiders 3, which makes sense because at the end of Darksiders 3 we see Strife, and he does still have both of his guns, whereas in Darksiders 2 we get one of his guns. So it would stand to reason that something happened to Strife in between Darksiders 3 and Darksiders 2 that caused his gun to end up in the Forge Lands. Okay, makes sense so far. Perfect. The problem is that in Darksiders 3 also we see Death already War already resurrected by the Charred Council and in chains, whereas in Darksiders 2, which is supposed to take place after, War is still dead. Which begs the question of either this is taking place before Darksiders 3, before War was resurrected by the Council and put in chains, in which case how the fuck did Strife's gun end up in Death's hands, or option number 2, and honestly in character felt kind of terrifying, the Council killed the resurrected War once, didn't get the answer they wanted, and just killed him again and kept on resurrecting him again. Which, considering how much of an asshole these guys are, absolutely plausible, but never explicitly stated anywhere. All we know is that in Darksiders 2, Death has one of Strife's guns and War is alive. War is dead, and in Darksiders 3, which is supposed to take place before, he is alive and Strife still has both his guns. Which makes no sense. Like, just those two facts alone, they should not coexist at the same time, but they do. And all you can do is really try to make the most sense of it to the best of your ability. Which, welcome to the madhouse that is the lore of Darksiders, and the timeline of Darksiders. Honestly, I think what happened was, especially with these games because of the development issues they had, is that when they made Darksiders 1, they were not yet quite clear on where they were going with the lore. And then in Darksiders 2, they ironed it out a bit more. And
impossible.
Then in and then when by the time Darksiders 3 came around, just so much time had passed that nobody had actually kept track of so much time had passed that nobody had kept track of the lore and the timeline properly. So yeah. We do find out, as for the question from the chat, Death does find out that War is dead. He finds it out from the Lord of Bones. It's an optional dialogue that is really easy to miss, but you can find out that War is dead at the time of Death's journey. So yeah. Because we do find out that we do hear from the Lord of Bones that War's soul did actually pass through the Kingdom of the Dead and went into the Abyss, where the Charred Council was supposed to, like, basically, as he put it, pick it from their teeth. And yeah. So we do actually know that. Oh shit! That was the wrong gadget. La la la. We do actually find out that War is dead at the time of Darksiders 2. So that's what I'm saying. That's just like some of those lore things that just the timeline is wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, and I hate this jump over here because we are going to have to hand ourselves a bomb, but it's literally the worst place we can be. So this is gonna suck. Let's just put it as it is. Okay, let's go. Anyway, there we go. Please just take this bomb. No, of course not. Great. Alright. So this jump could take a while because this is always a pain in the ass. No! Fuck me. I swear, this is the worst area in the entire game for bomb throwing. I hate whoever programmed this. No. Oh, Jesus Christ, seriously? Yeah, I can imagine this must be very amusing for some of you guys to watching me fail over and over and over again, but I just hate this area. I hate it with a passion. Oh, really? Steph, you're so dumb. Seriously. Oh my god, that actually worked this time around. I have never managed to make that throw. Wow. Okay. Well, that just got a lot easier. Okay, let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fail for 5 minutes. Alright, now we can finally get out of here. I am not entirely sure if I did do the other ruin in this area, so we're gonna have to double check. There's a bunch of places here that have Stone Bites and Book of the Dead pages, so I'm just gonna have to double check if I got the other one. I honestly don't remember if I did it or not. The thing with this bomb throw is, originally, the very first time I played this, I tried to throw the bomb straight into the corruption, and after like 100 tries, I couldn't do it, so then I tried to throw it to death, and it worked, but it's a tricky throw either way, so... Oh, I did not, in fact, walk in here before, okay. That was a good thing we came by. Alright, let's go. Ooh. Wow, it's pretty low on damage, but aside from that, it's not too bad for a possessed scythe. And yes, there are certain parts, as for the comment from the chat about this being easier with keyboard and mouse, there are certain parts of these games that are definitely easier with keyboard and mouse, especially in the first game, the Aerial Predator achievement. So much easier with keyboard and mouse than with controller, I swear to God. Not that this achievement is ever easy by any means, but it is a lot easier with keyboard and mouse. Alright. All of this for a Book of the Dead page. And of course the reason we're smashing all the pottery, aside from hating pottery, is this beautiful special chest. With mostly useless items. Okay, now let's go. We have to equip our Bloodless Talisman again, and we're going to kill the other two Bloodless. So, for the first one, let's go over here. Alright, before we go to the Weeping Crag, we are going to the Bloodless, so all the way up here. And I'm not entirely sure if I already picked up the stone in the Book of the Dead page over here. Pretty sure I picked up the Book of the Dead page, but yeah, the stone as well. Awesome. And there we go. Oh my lord, when did I get another skill point? Okay, let's go back to our normal talisman. And then we can go to the Weeping Crag and finish one of Fane's quests and kill Gorewood. Now, big question that's on my mind right now, did I already collect all the stone pieces and all the treasure chests over there? But I think I did. Yeah. There's nothing showing up there over there, so we did that already. Cool, cool. And we already got that stone, apparently. Cool. Okay. So this is the Weeping Crag. This is technically a level 5 dungeon. We could have done it very, very early on. The reason I did not do it is because one of the areas which has the Nomad Gnome is only accessible if you have the Void Walker. Now, if you wanted to get all of the chests, we would have to drop down while we're over here and swing across to get a chest. Since I don't care about the chests today, we're just gonna leave out all of those little bits and pieces that would require us to backtrack. Because there's no way to go from down there. We would have to jump into the water, climb back up again, and we're just not going to bother with all of that when we're not in it for 100% completion. Same here, we could technically drop down here and get another loot chest since we're not in it for the loot. We're just gonna ignore that area. There's nothing else down there that we need. Alright. This area you can either do it with the souls or without. I find it a lot easier with Soul Splitter, so gonna do it like this. Okay, and there we go. There's our Void Walker puzzle Well, not really puzzle, but thing. Our Voidwalker plate, and there we go. I think one of these chests nearby is a skill point chest, and the other two are just loot chests. Yep. Skill points. And you want to make sure you jump into the water. Oh. That looks nice. You want to make sure you jump into the water here at the back of the area. Not in the front, but at the back. This is important because otherwise you cannot get to the... what's it called? To the nomad gnome. So really make sure you jump in the back. And there we go. Nomad gnome. And in one of those corners there is a boatman coin. Now I just have to find out how to get out of here again. Okay. Cool, there we go. Oh, whoops. I did not want to end up in the water, but okay. Now, before we go through there, let's just climb up here. Get another chest. Ooh, that's not too bad either, but unfortunately no critical damage. Aww. It's a level 5 stalker. Oh, that's almost cute. I almost feel bad for killing that one. That was just like complete overkill. I feel kind of sorry for these enemies. A level 5 stuck in this dungeon and I'm coming in here at level 20. Poor things. Alright. Let's see if I can get this wall run done in one section, so we can get this Book of the Dead page. Yep, there we go. Okay, and now we're going to fight Gorwood. Gorwood, as Thane explained to us when he first gave us his quest, is a sentient being of the forest from the Forgelands, who unfortunately got corrupted, so we're gonna have to put him out of his misery. Because he used to be a friend to the Makers, but now he's just a corrupted, raving menace, so sadly gonna have to axe him. And I think this guy also is level 5, so literally the only dangerous thing about him are these mines, which can hold you.
Oh! That's an execution I don't see all the time. Gorewood Maul. This Maul was once a part of Gorewood, a powerful and hateful creature. The Maul is formed from Gorewood's heart and it lends its wielder a portion of its creator's legendary strength. A single blow from the Gorewood Maul can scatter opponents into the wind like chaff. We are not going to use that. We're just gonna sell it. But we are going to pick up this lovely stone over here. I said we are going to pick up this lovely stone. Thank you very much, Death. Alright, now let's see. We need to go over here to the Bane's Wood. Because over here is our last Bloodless. And I'm not entirely sure if I picked up the extra stuff in the Nook, but we have to go there anyway because we have to defeat Bayfear. Okay, so let's go. That's 3 of the beasties that Thane asked us to hunt now did. And now we're gonna get the 4th one. The 4th one is Bayfear. Technically she is a reskin of Tiamat, although according to game lore she's something of her own,
this
apparently.
Is no place for a horse.
And she is also going to drop a bunch of scythes, which we are never going to use, but we are going to keep them because we are keeping all the legendary scythes. And Bayfear, I would say you can go and face her at level 10 if you wish, but personally I like to wait until I have health steal because it just makes her battles so much easier. Now I am gonna have a quick look to see if I actually picked up all of the stuff over here, which it looks like I didn't. But just to be extra sure, yep, Book of the Dead page that I didn't get. And then I probably did not get this one up here either. What are you doing, Death? Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's another skill point chest. Gonna pick that up as well. This has slightly less in terms of critical damage, but it does have strength. Compared to experience, which is relatively useless for us, so let's just switch to that. Alright, now let's go and kill Bayfear. So we've already been down this place once before, when we first came here to the Nook. But now we can finally get everything there is to get down here, including a boatman coin, a skill point chest, and of course Bayfear. There she is. I do love this area though, like just the makeup of this place. And I wish we could go over there to these glowing stones. I would really like to see what's actually over there. Oh well. And there we go. God, if only the fight against Tiamat was this quick. Okay, Bayfir's talents. Found within the very belly of the beast, these scythe blades have festered for a millennia within Bayfir. That can't be good for your stomach. The enchanted blades fuse themselves with their own attributes, creating a weapon of legendary status. Its previous owner is unknown and likely dead, but the blade's craftsmanship is unequaled, allowing it to sever with the utmost precision and savagery whilst burning flesh from the bone. Yeah, I'm guessing whoever owned these is dead because they ended up in Bayfir's belly, and I don't think there's too many ways to get in there. So I'm just gonna say whoever owned these scythes first became a snack. Alright, now this is the only time in the entire game that we have a Void Walker puzzle that stretches across 2 different rooms with an actual door separating the 2 halves. And the angle on this one is atrocious when you're using a controller, but aside from that, pretty easy to do. There we go. Alright, I think it's gonna be quicker if we go this way. Now we can kill the last of the Bloodless, and then we can go for the Mad Construct. And after that I think we can hand in all of our Forgelands quests. Hand in the Bloodless quest and Nathaniel's mission, and then we can call it a day. Alright, where are we? Ooh, lots of skill points. I like.
I have to go alone.
Alright. I think this should be the very last of our Bloodless, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Yep. There we go. Perfect. I'm just gonna double check real quickly to make sure that we got the collectibles inside the well. And if we got those, then we can just move on to the scar. Okay, looks like we got them. Yes, we did. Otherwise, we would already be hearing that stone. Alright, cool. Off to the scar we go. Alright. We are gonna get that chest. Let's just not jump into the lava plate. Ooh. How much does this have? 120, 26, 30. Nah. The other one has strength, so we're gonna keep what we have.
Flee! Gorn will crush you!
So this is the mad construct that Muria accidentally created. Well, accidentally. She was planning to create it, she just wasn't planning for him to go mad. Fun fact, he is the only enemy whose legendary item you can get 3 times. Once when you defeat him in the main playthrough, once when you defeat him in New Game Plus, and then a 3rd time in the Crucible. So you can technically have 3 Mace Maximuses if you want. Ow. And I really do feel sorry for both Muria and Gorn, because she did not mean for him to go mad. She was merely looking for a way to help her people, and it ended up actually killing a Maker child. And Gorn basically does not know what's going on because he just has this fire burning inside of him without any knowledge of what of course is going on. Now here we have another elevator of doom, similar to the one in the Kingdom of the Dead. The good news is this one doesn't count as a combat death if you die. So if you are in nightmare mode, this one is not quite as bad as the one in the Kingdom of the Dead. And there we go. This one is also a lot easier to do than the other one, so there's that as well. I just gotta see if I can remember correctly where we need to go. We can't go that way yet, we don't have the key for that. I think we do actually need to go back here. I haven't played this dungeon in forever, so I'm sorry if I'm running around a little planless right now. I also recommend not tackling this dungeon until you are at least level 15, otherwise you will get your ass kicked by pretty much everything inside this place. I think it's actually gonna be quicker if I fight them normally. We're gonna do it on our way back. Oops. not where I wanted to jump. Yeah, I remember the first time I came into this dungeon I was level 12. And I managed to make it all the way to the area shortly before the boss with the 2 construct champions and the lava fountains, and that's where I died. Over and over and over again, and that was the point at which I decided, okay, let's not do this. Let's come back later. So nowadays I just like to leave it until the last minute, literally. Get ourselves a nice Book of the Dead page over here. Oh, ow! Rude. Very rude.
I cannot.
Alright, back again. Now we can actually go over there. Alright, there we go. That was easy. Oh wow, those corruption crystals just spawned in there late. It's like the game went like, oh right, there's supposed to be a crystal there. Whoops.
Impossible.
Okay, can I actually climb through this hole or can I not? No, of course not. Look at this. Here we go again.
I
So
cannot.
disappointing. Okay, let's go. That was a perfectly death-sized hole. We should have been able to crawl through there. I am disappointed. Oh wow, that one even spawns with an execution prompt. Nice. Giving up before the battle even starts, huh? Alright, there we go. And I think that's our dungeon map, actually. Not that it's gonna be of much use to us. Yeah. Okay. Let's get our custodian buddy. Ah, this area. Okay. Because convection totally is not a thing, and we would not just be burning to death standing right next to this amount of molten metal and lava or whatever the fuck it is. Like, that's gotta be hot even if you're not directly touching it. Looks like good stats, but is really nothing that I need, so we're gonna ignore that. Yeah, true. I guess, like, Nephilim, angels, and demons, they are probably a lot more heat resistant than humans, so still. I find it hilarious, especially since this is something that happens in pretty much every video game, even if you do have human protagonists. It actually reminds me of that scene from, I don't remember which one of the stupid Hobbit movies it was, but where they basically go surfing on the molten metal in the dwarf mine. Like, they go on metal shields and they go surfing down one of those molten metal pathways, and I'm just like, nope. Nope. All of you would be grilled. Nope. Alright, here we go. This is the part where I kept on dying the first time I came into this dungeon. And then I finally looked at the level numbers next to the enemies' heads, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're coming back here later. Because this is the part where if you cannot pass this fight, just come back later. Do yourself a favor. Go. And done. Useless. Useless. Also useless. Damn. Didn't get a single good item in this entire place. Oh well. Alright, I think there's one more chest and then we can go and fight Gorn. And now I actually wonder, because I know there are exactly 5 boatman coins in... Whoa! I know there are exactly 5 boatman coins in Shadow's Edge. Oh, seriously? Come on, I just wanted to jump on the chain. I know there are exactly 5 boatman coins in Shadow's Edge, and I know there is 1 boatman coin in the Arbiter's Maze that I didn't get yet. But where the hell is the last boatman coin that I'm missing? Because if it's not in this dungeon, then where the hell? Oh, thank God that worked. The strength of the volcano and the intelligence of a child. Okay, let's go.
Gorn is unbreakable!
No, you are not. You are already at half HP. That's not unbreakable.
Rose! Bring Gorn bows! Burn! Burn!
Alright, and here we have the Mace Maximus, a weapon of incredible power forgotten to the eons, formerly brandished by an ancient Lich warlord whose reign of conquest faded into dust. Locked deep in the tombs below the Dead Plains, fought never to resurface. The only remnant of his tale is inscribed in the runes on the weapon's blades. Considering what liches are in this game, like the guys with the urns and the ashes, I'm like, it's kind of hilarious imagining one of those wielding a Mace Maximus, but okay. This mace also is a legendary item, so a possessed legendary, I should say. So we can actually use that for
impossible
making a new possessed scythe. And I think I did actually forget to pick up 2 chests over here. These chests only have health potions in them. Literally nothing else, just health potions. Okay, let's see. I think we are pretty much done with everything else. Cool. So let's go back to Tristone. And now we can hand in all of our quests for Fane and all of our quests for Muria. And then I'm gonna double check if maybe it is in the last boatman coin that I'm missing is in the one place where I think it might be. If not, then fuck it, we don't need them anyway. Alright.
Bathia will trouble you no longer.
Then an age of blood and claw has ended. But you still have more to prove. That
No,
you survived this trial is a sign of your power. And that your wounds lie deeper than flesh.
Gorwood has passed into the earth.
Then we have lost one of our greatest allies. Now, what will you kill next?
Echidna will trouble you no longer.
Oh, I only wish I'd been there to see her suffering. Few can pass through darkness and emerge unscathed.
I found Argu.
Once he was king of the dead. I trust you remembered to bow before you killed him. There are creatures yet that will prove your equal.
Doubt. Press X to doubt. Alright, let's go talk to Muriel.
You have something for me. This soul, it still lives, but it has changed. In the angel tongue, it is called Vovin, dragon.
What do the demons call it?
They call him Lord.
A member of the Helghan has joined the Dark Legion?
So it would appear. Creator, help us.
Yep. So in other words, the Destroyer, that giant flaming dragon we saw attacking Haven at the end of Darksiders 3.
Which was the greater sin? To create a monster, or to send you to kill it?
Either way, it is finished.
Then Gorn's nightmare has ended, at long last. I can still see the spark of life burning inside him, turning him to slag. May the stone forgive us, horsemen. I cannot forgive myself. What was old is new again. My thanks.
Poor Muriel. And poor Gorn. Oh wow.
I will offer this. I will make...
Okay, let's just clear out our inventory really quickly.
My thanks. I will make use of it as best as I can.
Oh, no, wait, that's the one we actually need to wear. Wait a second, did I just do this entire dungeon with the Bloodless Talisman equipped? Did I seriously do that? Oh my god, I am such an idiot. We will never speak of this again.
As you reap, I will sow. The same black harvest.
Okay, now I want to see if that last boatman coin that I'm missing is in the place where I think it is, and if not, then just fuck it. I mean, yeah, it worked. I just, yeah. Perfect. Alright. Do I still have a boatman coin in there or do I not? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, then I have no idea where the fuck this last boatman coin that I didn't get yet is. And honestly, I don't care at this point. So let's go back to the Tree of Life. And we're gonna have to return once to Lost Light in order to hand this quest in to Nathaniel. And then we have to go to the Kingdom of the Dead, where we're gonna hand in our quest for Draven, and I suppose next week we'll just get the Soul Arbiter's Maze out of the way. And then move on to the DLCs. But that will literally be the last thing we'll do in the Kingdom of the Dead. Alright, let's go back to Nathaniel.
Well, what have you learned?
Your friend serves the Shadow.
Impossible. Then the Archon's visions, the Helguard, leave me, I must consider what to do next.
And my reward?
Would that you had never earned it.
You never told me who it was you sought.
His name was on the scroll, to plainly see.
The Elder Angels take on many names, and that one was beyond my memory. What is your friend called now?
You knew him as Abaddon, but he has taken another name. One cursed on Earth. Destroyer.
Yep. So,
Not
if you
all
didn't
of
play
them
Darksiders 1
against
yet, Abaddon is the Destroyer. Sad, because he is considered Heaven's greatest general, Heaven's greatest warrior. But now he is the Destroyer. That said, if you do speak Hebrew, Abaddon literally is Hebrew for the Destroyer. So, if you know the Bible or if you do speak Hebrew, it's pretty much a no-brainer. It's like the least shocking shock you ever shocked. But yeah. There we go. Alright, and now we're gonna hand this quest into Draven. When you hand it in the main game, so first playthrough, you don't get anything for handing in the Bloodless quest, except for experience and money, obviously. But if you hand it in New Game Plus, you actually get a specific pair of scythes. Since I'm not going to do this quest in New Game Plus, I actually have screenshots of all the legendary weapons. I'm just going to tell you what exactly you get from him when you hand it in New Game Plus. Because again, in New Game Plus, I'm not going to bother with all of this. In New Game Plus, I'm literally just going to breeze through to level 25 so we can get to the Crucible and then we're done.
The Pale Rider, in the flesh. The Bloodless are no more. Oh, the dead king will not be pleased. And that pleases me. Draven, I could free you from your torment.
No. I will embrace this living dream for now, and dream of vengeance. I will have the dead king's head, or his crown. Here, you have earned this.
Good luck with that, buddy. Oh, we actually leveled up from that, nice. So yeah, right now we only get experience and we get skill points. But if you were to actually complete this quest in New Game Plus, you would get
the blood of your enemies.
The static plates, and the description for the static plates is as follows. This scythe once belonged to an angel, a messenger tasked with traveling through countless realms. The messenger captured the spirit of a mighty storm within her weapon, channeling the strength of the tempest as a conduit to strike down her foes with swift lightning. Because of the End War, the unknown messenger has vanished and her weapon has fallen to await a new wielder. So, yeah. I mean, we do know that angels and demons can force the elements to do their bidding sometimes, as we saw in Darksiders 3, where they sort of kind of used the storm to their advantage. And yeah, would really like to know what happened to that angelic messenger. Anyway, for today, that's gonna be it. We're gonna be done with this. And next week we are going to do literally the only thing that's left to do here before we move on to Shadow's Edge, which is the Arbiter's Maze over here. We're gonna try to breeze through that as quickly as we can, and then we will go to Shadow's Edge, and we'll see how much time we have. We might be able to do one DLC. If not, we're just gonna do the DLCs the week after that and then finish the game. And then after that, move on to Darksiders 1. For now, thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you had some fun. And I hope to see you guys again next week, probably around the same time again, 8 PM Irish time on a Sunday. And until then, hope you guys have a good week. Stay safe and see you soon.